Hi, my name is Angelica Owen, and this is my final project for Biochem 2. Amino acids. Amino acids are organic compounds composed of nitrogen, carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen, along with a variable side chain group. Your body needs 20 different amino acids to grow and function properly. Although all 20 are important for your health, only 9 are categorized as essential. Essential amino acids are histidine, isoleucine, leucine, lysine, methionine, phenylalanine, threonine, tryptophan, and valine. The alpha amino acids in peptides and proteins, excluding proline, consists of a carboxylic acid and an amino functional group attached to the same tetrahedral carbon atom. There are 2 broad classes of amino acids based upon whether the R group is hydrophobic or hydrophilic. And these are the 20 common amino acids. The peptide bond. Peptide bond formation is a condensation reaction leading to the polymerization of amino acids into peptides and proteins. Peptides are small, consisting of only a few amino acids. The simplest peptide, a dipeptide, contains a single peptide bond formed by the condensation of the carboxyl group of one amino acid with the amino group of the second, with concomitant elimination of water. And this is a picture of a peptide bond. Proteins. Proteins are large, complex molecules that play many critical roles in the body. They do most of the work in cells and are required for the structure, function, and regulation of body tissues and organs. They are made up of hundreds or thousands of smaller units called amino acids, which are attached to one another in long chains. The sequence of amino acids determines each protein unique 3-dimensional structure and its specific function. And these are where we would obtain our source of protein. Types of protein and functions. Antibodies bind to specific foreign particles such as viruses and bacteria to help protect the body. Enzymes carry out almost all of the thousands of chemical reactions that take place in a cell. Also assists with the formation of new molecules by reading the genetic information stored in DNA. Messenger. Messenger proteins, such as some types of hormones, transmit signals to coordinate biological processes between different cells, tissues, and organs. Structural component. Provides structure and support for cells. On a larger scale, they also allow the body to move. Transport and storage. Bind and carry atoms and small molecules within the cell and throughout the body. Enzymes. Enzymes are biological molecules, typically proteins, that significantly speed up the rate of virtually all the chemical reactions that take place within the cells. Some enzymes help break large molecules into smaller pieces that are more easily absorbed by the body. Other enzymes help bind 2 molecules together to produce a new molecule. Enzymes are highly selective catalysts, meaning that each enzyme only speeds up a specific reaction. And this is a picture of an enzyme reaction. Enzyme regulation. Enzymes can be regulated by other molecules that either increase or reduce their activity. Molecules that increase the activity of an enzyme are called activators, while molecules that decrease the activity of an enzyme are called inhibitors. An activator or inhibitor's binding is reversible, meaning that the molecule doesn't permanently attach to the enzyme. Reversible inhibitors. Reversible inhibitors divided into groups based on their binding behavior. There are 2 important groups. Competitive inhibition, where an inhibitor may bind to an enzyme and block binding of the substrate by attaching to the active site. The inhibitor competes with the substrate for the enzyme. Or non-competitive inhibition. The inhibitor doesn't block the substrate from binding to the active site. Instead, it attaches to another site and blocks the enzyme from doing its job. And this is a diagram of a normal reaction versus a competitive inhibitor and a non-competitive inhibitor. DNA. DNA, or deoxyribonucleic acid, is the hereditary material in humans and almost all other organisms. Most DNA is located in an organism's nucleus, but a small amount of DNA can be found in the mitochondria. The information in DNA is stored as a code made up of 4 chemical bases: adenine, guanine, cytosine, and thymine. Human DNA consists of about 3 billion bases, and more than 99% of those bases are the same in all people. The order or sequence of these bases determines the information available for building and maintaining an organism, similar to the way in which letters of the alphabet appear in a certain order to form words and sentences. And this is a picture of DNA structure. RNA. Ribonucleic acid, or RNA, is one of 3 major biological macromolecules that are essential for all known forms of life, along with DNA and proteins. A central tenet of molecular biology states that the flow of genetic information in a cell is from DNA through RNA to proteins. RNA is the DNA photocopy of the cell. And this is a picture of DNA versus RNA. Gene mutation. Missense, a chemical change in DNA base pair that results in the substitution of one amino acid for another in the protein made by a gene. A nonsense mutation is a change in one DNA base pair, but instead of substituting one amino acid base pair for another, the altered DNA sequence prematurely signals the cell to stop building a protein. Insertion mutation changes the number of DNA bases in a gene by adding a piece of DNA. As a result, the protein made by the gene may not function properly. Deletion. Changes in the number of DNA bases by removing a piece of DNA. Small deletions may remove one or a few base pairs within a gene, while larger deletions can remove an entire gene or several neighboring genes. Duplication consists of a piece of DNA that is abnormally copied one or more times. Frame shift occurs when the addition or loss of DNA bases changes a gene's reading frame. And repeat expansion. Nucleotide repeats are short DNA sequences that are repeated a number of times in a row. Cell death. Cell death is an important process in the body as it promotes the removal of unwanted cells. It removes cells in the situations including when cells are not needed, such as during certain stages of development, to create a structure in the body. For example, the outer layer of the skin is made up of dead cells. To remove excess cells, such as white blood cells after an infection has been cleared, if cells are damaged, such as by radiation or toxins, and when cells are infected by viruses. Apoptosis is a form of cell death that prevents immune activation. Apoptotic cells have a particular microscopic appearance. The apoptotic cell breaks into small packages that can be engulfed by other cells. Necrosis occurs when a cell dies due to lack of blood supply or due to a toxin. The cell's content can leak out and damage neighboring cells and may also trigger inflammation. Necropoptosis is similar in appearance to necrosis, in that the dying cell's content can leak out. However, like apoptosis, necropoptosis is a programmed suicide process triggered by specific proteins in the dying cell. Pryopoptosis is a form of cell death that occurs in some infected with certain viruses or bacteria. A cell dying by pryopoptosis releases molecules called cytokines that alert neighboring cells to the infection. This triggers inflammation, a protective response that restricts the spread of viruses and bacteria. And this is a picture of apoptosis, necrosis, and autophagy. Cellular respiration. During cellular respiration, sugar is broken down to CO2 and H2O in a process, in the process, ATP is made that can be used for cellular work. Cellular respiration can be broken down into 4 stages. Glycolysis, the splitting of sugars, and this step happens in the cytoplasm. One glucose is broken down to 2 molecules of pyruvic acid, which results in the production of 2 ATPs for every glucose. Transition reaction, pyruvic acid is shuttled into the mitochondria, where it is converted to a molecule called acetyl-CoA for further breakdowns. The Krebs cycle or citric acid cycle occurs in the mitochondrial matrix, the liquidy part of the mitochondria. The electron transport chain And chemiosmosis, the big ATP payoff, occurs in the cristae of the mitochondria, the folded membrane inside the chloroplast. Anabolism versus catabolism. Metabolism is a biochemical process that allows an organism to live, grow, reproduce, and heal and adapt to its environment. Anabolism and catabolism are two metabolic processes. Anabolism is the process which builds molecules the body needs. It usually requires energy for completion. Catabolism is the process that breaks down complex molecules into smaller molecules. It usually releases energy for the organism to use. Glycolysis. Glycolysis is a series of reactions that extract energy from glucose by splitting it into two 3-carbon molecules called pyruvates. It is an ancient metabolic pathway, meaning that it evolved long ago and it is found in the great majority of organisms alive today. Glycolysis takes place in the cytosol of a cell, and it can be broken down into two main phases of energy requiring the energy requiring phase and the energy releasing phase. Here's a picture of cellular respiration. It comes from light energy to go to chloroplast, then photosynthesis, and then mitochondria, energy requiring phase. The starting molecule of glucose gets rearranged, and the two phosphate groups are attached to it. The phosphate group makes the modified sugar now called fructose 1,6,5-phosphate unstable, allowing it to split in half and form two phosphate-bearing 3-carbon sugars. Energy releasing phase. In this phase, each 3-carbon sugar is converted into another 3-carbon molecule, pyruvate, through a series of reactions. In these reactions, 2 ATP molecules and 1 NADH molecule are made. And this is a diagram of cellular respiration. Here is one slide of references and another slide of references.